This evening, Court's Black Friday midnight sales draws thousands. Minister of Health urging you to get your booster shot against the backdrop of a surge in new COVID-19 cases. Tank explosion at Leeds Village, Corentyne, Berbice, kills one. In the region, Brazil's yellow football jersey stirs up controversy, and internationally, nurses in UK to go on strike next month. Welcome to another broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Updates. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Furniture giant Courts Guyana has adopted what is known as Black Friday sales in the US to Guyana, the first ever of its kind in Guyana. The mega sale began at 12 a.m. on Friday, November 25th, and will go on until midnight at all the stores across the country. Persons were seen queuing up outside of the stores hours before the sale began. At the head office branch at Main Street, Georgetown, customers began assembling as early as 9 p.m. despite the gloomy weather. When the doors were open at midnight, scores of customers were seen pouring into the stores to purchase items up to 80% off. The sales continues throughout the day until midnight. One person is now dead while another is injured after a tank they were cleaning exploded at Leeds Village, Corentyne, Berbice earlier today, Friday, November 25th. Dead is 52-year-old Oliver France, while 25-year-old Jamal Rose has been injured. Reports said that the duo was hired by Unika Thompson to clean the concrete tank. Around 9:30 a.m. today. During the process of doing so, the tank exploded. According to sources, the two workers involved in the bizarre tragedy were using gasoline to clean the concrete tanks as authorities continue to look into the circumstances behind the fatal explosion at the construction site in Leeds Village, Corentyne, Berbice. France died on his way to the hospital while Rose is currently receiving treatment at the Skeldon Hospital. Investigations are ongoing. The body of Thomas Carston Jr., the United States of America citizen who reportedly went missing after the boat he was in capsized during a fishing trip in Region 9, was recovered on Thursday. Carston Jr.'s body was discovered 2 days after he went missing during a fishing expedition in the Rupununi Region 9 areas. Police sources had revealed that while going up the Rupununi River, the boat capsized and everyone was hurled into the river, where they began swimming to survive. He was in the boat with several other tourists when it capsized. The body was since being transported to Letem. In a statement on the matter on Wednesday, Minister of Tourism, Onij Waldron, urged that persons ensure their tours and tour operators are approved by the Ghana Tourism Authority. The minister warned that tours that are not approved often do not have necessary safety systems and protocols in place. A list of approved operators is published on the website of the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce and the Ghana Tourism Authority Facebook pages. Just last month, a Brooklyn police vacationing in Guyana went missing while swimming in the Oranduke Falls. His body was subsequently recovered near the popular tourist site. Stick around after the break. Minister of Health urging you to get your booster shot against the backdrop of a surge in new COVID-19 cases. And Riverview Rhinefield murder. 32-year-old man fatally stabbed, another on the run.
It's Corentyne's Black Friday Super Sale, where you can get half off your favorite designer brands. Ladies, come and shop your dresses, tops, skirts, underwear, and lots more. And for the guys, we're giving you half off men's shirts, jerseys, shoes, and lots more. Remember, this Black Friday sale is for one day only, Friday, November 25th. Corentyne, always keeping you in style.
Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. Guyana is experiencing an increase in COVID-19 cases, leading to more hospitalization. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, is reiterating the call for people to get boosted. The minister on Thursday said October saw no recorded COVID-19 deaths and only 87 overall cases. However, November showed an increase in cases and hospitalization.
In November this year, we already have 3 deaths and we have 107 cases so far. So there seemed to be an upward tick in terms of cases and in terms of people requiring hospitalization. So we have put all of our doctors, medical personnel, again on alert. The systems at the Ocean View Hospital is fully deployed. So really sick patients would go there. And all the units that we have across the country in different regional hospitals, they are available if people get really sick.
However, despite the increase in cases, people are hardly taking booster shots. The health minister is encouraging persons to keep themselves immunized by taking a booster shot every 4 to 6 months, especially those who have underlying health conditions and may be more vulnerable.
At this point in time, we are really encouraging people, if you've had your vaccines more than 6 months ago or 4 months ago, it is time for you to come back to get either your booster shots or to continue your vaccination. When we started giving vaccines, you had primary doses, first and second dose. And what we quickly discovered is that 6 months after your last dose, between 4 to 6 months after your last dose, your immunity would drop. So to keep you immunized, then the idea is to make sure that you have your booster shots. Again, the people who would be more vulnerable are those persons who are older. So if you fall into that category, you should make sure that you come and get your booster dose. Persons who have other illnesses like diabetes or high blood pressure or heart disease and so forth, again, these persons are more at risk and therefore they should ensure that they get their booster dose.
For the month of November, there have been 3 COVID-19 related deaths and 107 positive cases. Minister Anthony added that arrangements were made to send samples from the 3 deaths for genetic sequencing at the Caribbean Public Health Agency. Police are on the hunt for a man who is accused of fatally stabbing a 32-year-old resident of Riverview, Rhineveld, Georgetown earlier today, November 25th. Up to news time, the dead man has not been identified. The incident occurred just after 7 a.m., Regional Commander Simon McBean has confirmed. According to reports, the victim's throat was slashed during an argument with the suspect. Commander McBean said ranks are currently conducting their initial investigations and more details will be provided at a subsequent time. Don't go away after the break. Nurses in UK to go on strike next month. And Brazil's yellow football jersey stirs up controversy.
Maison Francois is the chocolate paradise of Guyana. From the moment you enter our stores, you're welcomed by the sweet aroma of Belgian chocolate, pastries, and other artisanal treats handmade by our European-trained chef. However, Maison Francois is more than just chocolate. We serve lunch, dinner, afternoon tea, and even Sunday morning mimosa brunch. Our convenient location at 133 Thomas Street, Kitty, makes it the perfect place to take that special someone or to take home a little sweetness. Treat yourself with the taste of Paris in the heart of Georgetown. Only at Maison Francois.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Hey, this is your fancy vehicle and that is your house?
Yes, this is my vehicle and actually I'm waiting on my land. I'm actually renting this house for $50,000.
$50,000? You head more? You crazy? You mad? You head no good? Why you buy? Look, let me show you that light. Come with me.
Come on down to Fabulous Homes today. Pay $50,000 every month for 36 months or until you reach 50% of your house costs. Move in after 75% of the cost has been paid.
This is wonderful. Let's go. Sign me up.
Alright, let me go and dash you your landlord.
To explore our home ownership program, check our Facebook page for more information or come down to our office at Avalon Friendship.
Hey, Chinese, thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
You got through?
Yes.
Call us at 227-1380 or 615-8740. Fabulous Homes International Realty, changing tenants into homeowners.
At Fabulous Homes, we bring your dreams to life.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. Brazil's deeply polarized presidential elections appear to have influenced football fashion. Many Brazilians say they do not want to wear the traditional yellow and green jersey because it has been associated with outgoing President Jair Bolsonaro's far-right political party. Al Jazeera's Monica Yannicliff reports.
For decades, this yellow and green t-shirt has been Brazil's pride, a symbol of the national football team that won 5 World Cup trophies.
People stopped buying the jersey because it was being associated with politics and the presidential election that was held just before the World Cup kicked off.
Latin America's largest economy split in half during one of the most polarized campaigns in history. Thousands of supporters of President Jair Bolsonaro, dressed in the national colors, took to the streets and continued to do so even after Bolsonaro lost by a small margin to leftist candidate former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. They're still contesting the results and asking for military intervention to stop Lula da Silva from taking office on January 1st. Football fans who don't want to be associated with Bolsonaro's far-right political party are having difficulties choosing what to wear to support their team.
I'm buying the black jersey because it has nothing to do with politics. The elections are over. We have a winner. The loser should just accept the results and let the country move on and cheer for victory in the football competition.
Street vendor Maria Aparecida says politics has interfered in her sales.
I am not renewing my stock of yellow jerseys for the moment because I'm having a hard time selling them. People are buying the white, black and blue versions. I hope that will change as the World Cup fever kicks in.
Others have decided to take their jerseys out of the closet only on the days Brazil plays.
My grandson was given a yellow t-shirt but has not used it because he's afraid of being mistaken with a Bolsonaro supporter. He's waiting for the political situation to calm down.
President-elect Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has promised to reclaim the national colors. Many here hope the World Cup will play a role in uniting Brazilians who may be from opposite sides of the political spectrum, but cheer for one same team. Monica Yanakiev, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.
Nurses in England, Wales and Northern Ireland are set to go on strike next month. This will make the biggest walkout in the history of Britain's National Health Service, Al Jazeera's Nadim Baba reports.
He's a nurse in Britain's National Health Service and he's never struggled as much to make ends meet. Chukwudubemi Viejuna says he's seen colleagues leave the profession to work in supermarkets because the wages are better. He's staying put, but he's making sacrifices.
I've had to cut down on a lot of things with the kids, which I can't afford to provide for them because of the high cost of living. So it's not just about clapping for us during the pandemic. I think we need to be respected and appreciated for what we do.
Now, for the first time, nurses in all parts of the UK except Scotland will stage 2 12-hour strikes next month. Their representative body, the Royal College of Nursing, says they had no choice after the government rejected calls for formal talks over NHS pay. The RCN says experienced nurses are 20% worse off in real terms compared to 2010 due to successive below-inflation pay awards.
This is not something that nurses do at the drop of a hat. It's not something that nursing staff have ever done across the whole of the UK in such huge numbers. So it is significant and it should be sending a really clear message to the government that they need to do something.
Health Secretary Steve Barclay says the pay demands are not affordable, pointing to this year's rise worth 4% on average, following last year's 3% rise despite a general public sector pay freeze. But unions argue that instead of investing in current nursing staff, billions of dollars are being spent on agency workers to plug workforce gaps, with 25,000 nursing staff leaving the NHS in the last year.
You've got a lot of people leaving because of, being under too much pressure, for example, or those who are considering leaving, they often cite issues around not having enough staff to do a good job, for example. So you've just got a pattern of work which is very challenging.
Nurses will still provide emergency care during the strikes, but routine services will be hit hard at a time when the system's already under extreme pressure. Further strikes are likely in the sector in the coming months, involving people like junior doctors and ambulance workers. In Scotland, planned strikes have been called off after the devolved government came up with an offer worth 8% for a newly qualified nurse. But the rest of Britain is getting ready for severe disruption. Nadim Baba, Al Jazeera, London.
And that is it for today's regional and international news. Here now to 3 weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2's Headline News Updates. Tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other and do have a wonderful weekend.